You definitely know it's going to be a rough day at Haulover when the fishing charters come rolling through, basically empty. Welcome back, guys, to Haulover Inlet and Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet in Miami, Florida. I'm your host, Broncos Guru, in collaboration with our boy Wavy Boats, and it's another Wavy Guru Productions back down at the inlet. Our first contestant to step in the ring and do battle with Haulover Inlet today is going to show you what it's like when it's a hard-hitting day at Haulover. Here we're going to have this cruiser yachts making their way out of the inlet. Fenders out and everything, but this crew right here is in for one rough ride. They're coming through at a moderate pace. For this kind of vessel, it's probably about the right pace for the boat, but unfortunately we can tell there are big waves here in Haulover. They're pretty tightly compact, which is just going to make for an absolute rough ride. These guys are rolling out and really do look okay for the kind of conditions they're in, but once again, you can tell it's a rough day. And let's see how the boat handles it as they start to roll out into the big rollers that are out here on the outside of Haulover. Here the vessel appears to be taking it okay, and to be honest, on a day like today, there's not a whole lot they can do besides take the pounding, but it does look like the anchor locker's been knocked open by the big waves here at Haulover. This crew's still trying to make their way out, and things look like they're going to make it out okay. I don't see anything that's going to make them take a loss, and here we go. We take a little wave over the bow there, and oh no, the anchor locker pops open and stays open, and now somebody's going to have to get out on the bow of this vessel and get that thing latched back down. I'm going to give Haulover the last second win on this one. As we've talked about many times on this channel, one of the scariest conditions you'll face when you're coming into Haulover is a massive day with heavy following seas, which can be seen right here as this pro line starts to make its way back into Haulover Inlet. Look at the amount of white caps offshore. You can tell it is absolutely pounding out there today, and this is a big boat, and you'll see several times in waves where the bow of this boat will dip below the waves, really indicating the size of the seas. This crew's out there battling in the second round, but so far this pro line looks pretty good. They've got the pace running just about right. They're keeping the bow high, helping them avoid stuffing the bow. And Haulover's going to try throwing a few shots at them right here where the Haulover washing machine really starts as they enter the mouth of the inlet, but it looks like this boat's going to make it through, no issues, and this vessel will take a win for the boats here in the second round, which is pretty impressive considering the kind of conditions we're seeing today. That's going to take us into our third round, where preparation's everything. If you're going to come through Haulover Inlet on a rough day, you absolutely have to be prepared. And this crew right here, unfortunately, it doesn't appear was. They're starting to make their way out of the inlet, but you can tell they've not closed all the curtains that were on the windshield. As you can tell, they're scrambling right here at the helm to try and get these things closed as they make their way out of the inlet, and they are getting absolutely soaked as they do so. One of the things that makes this extremely dangerous, all of a sudden our captain's attention is now focused on something else besides driving this vessel out of Haulover and trying to keep an eye on the waves in front of him. Instead, he's got to pay attention to all of his electronics getting soaked, trying to guide somebody and getting these screens closed, and it can just turn into a mess. And actually, I'm assuming right here, our young lady in the back just went over to get a cup of water, which means she's probably getting sick as well. Haulover's absolutely winning this round, and that'll give Haulover a 2-1 lead as we head into the fourth round. Our fourth round contestant does something that always confuses me. A small vessel out on a rough day in Haulover. It always makes me wonder, what in the heck are these guys doing out here? I can't imagine the fishing's that good that you decided, hey, you know what, bro? Let's go ahead and go out and we'll catch some fish today. Because in these conditions, that would absolutely suck. But these guys are making their way back into Haulover, and they're doing a pretty solid job. They've got a smaller vessel, so what they need to do is watch their pace, try and post up on the back of a wave, and just kind of let it roll as they make their way into the inlet. And they do just that, and even with this smaller vessel, have no issues whatsoever on a massive day here at Haulover, and this crew will go ahead and take a win for the boats in the fourth round. And that'll take us into a 2-2 tie as we head into our fifth and final round here at Haulover Inlet. Who'll take the win today? Will it be the boats or Haulover? And our fifth round contestant is going to be none other than Miami Ocean Rescue themselves. This really isn't that uncommon. When we have a pretty rough day out here, it's actually a great day for them to come out and have a training day. One of the reasons is ocean boat traffic is slowed down tremendously because most people don't want to deal with these conditions, and it also gives this group an opportunity to go out and practice rough water rescue. Here this crew's making their way out of the inlet, and it appears they shouldn't have too much of an issue. The boat's fairly well loaded down, and they're going to take it slow as they make their way out, but I have no choice but to give this group a win, especially if they're going to go out there and practice in these kind of conditions, and that'll give the boats the win in this episode. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Boats vs. Haulover. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at Haulover Inlet. My channel, Broncos Guru, we do some great comedy boating videos over there as well. And of course, we've got the Miami Boat Ramps channel that focuses on all the hilarity that happens at the boat ramps in South Florida. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.